Marquette and North Carolina playing in the East coming up in just a few minutes. Who wins the game?
I think North Carolina, I think their overall length is going to be a deciding factor on both ends of the floor. They'll be able to defend, rebound, and that allow them to get out in transition. They'll take advantage of that height by throwing the ball down low on the post to Tyler Zeller.
Transition ability and size favor Carolina. I think Carolina wins.
Carolina NBA front court. You talk about Henson, you talk about Zeller, talk about Barnes. I think Marshall goes north to south as well as anybody. Carolina marches on.
All right, the marquee game of the night, with all due respect to the rest of them, everybody's waiting on this one. The Cats and the Buckeyes. Who wins it?
You know, I like Ohio State. I think Jared Sullinger is going to dominate down low on the post against Josh Harrelson. That's going to open up. They're going to have to double team and open up the three-point shooters for Ohio State.
Key matchup, I think, is at the point guard position. Brandon Knight taking on Aaron Craft. Aaron Craft, the best defender on the ball that I've seen this year as far as applying consistent pressure to the ball. I think Ohio State wins.
Yeah, he really does put a lot of pressure on the basketball, but I like Leidy and Buford as wings. They're terrific. I agree with Hubert. I think Sullinger's the difference in the post. I think he gets Harrelson in foul trouble, and I look for Ohio State to march on.
All right, that takes care of the East. In the Southwest, for the first time, we have the 10, 11, and 12 seeds all in the Sweet 16. Richmond has a huge history of upsets. Kansas has a recent history of being upset in the tournament. The 1 versus the 12 in San Antonio. Who wins it?
I like Kansas. Richmond doesn't have an answer for Marcus and Markieff Morris down low on the block, and I like the defensive job of Tyshawn Terry, Elijah Johnson, Josh Selby on Kevin Anderson. I look for Kansas to advance.
I think Kansas just has too much depth. They are so good with the ball. They pass it so well. They're very efficient both offensively and defensively. I think their power on the glass is going to make a big difference. I think Kansas wins.
I think Richmond's done a great job. They move the ball exceptionally well. Anderson, Harper are very good, but it's talent equals W. Kansas marches on in the Kansas Invitational.
All right, that would eliminate one team from Richmond and maybe give the Big East a chance to have more teams in the Elite Eight than you would have in the from the city of Richmond in the Elite Eight. And one more is VCU, Florida State. Who wins that game tonight?
I like VCU. Florida State's an outstanding defensive team, but I think it's going to be difficult for them to keep Joey Rodriguez in the middle. And if he gets into the middle, it opens up so many things for them offensively. I look for VCU to advance to the Final Eight.
Now, Joey Rodriguez has been among the 3 most productive players as far as being involved in scores, both assisting and scoring himself in the NCAA tournament. I do like Florida State because of their defense and their length and their athleticism. I think their length is going to bother the perimeter shooting of VCU, and that's really the key. If VCU can knock threes down, keep the floor spread, there's no question that they can win. But the question is, are they going to be able to consistently knock those shots down?
VCU, VCU, VCU. I love VCU. I love the city of Richmond. But when it's all said and done, it's bye-bye. The city of Richmond gets a little silent tonight, baby, because it is going to be the Noles, Florida State. And we're not talking football. We're talking hoops.
You know, it's going to really hurt your